Bing bum 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 bam. Boom boom bing bing bing. LCH Epi, thank you for subbing up and giving away a community sub. Sorry guys, that stream poop. God, took it out of me. And on that note, let me have a fucking fistful of pills. My food bar phone. What is up, Jay Rago? We got Amadon, we got Insanity in the house. What is up, guys? I'm here, guys. So long. So, let me jump on this character really quick. I want to do some research back. You got any sneak codes? Codes for sneak? I am no longer a sneak person. I am now gamer subs. Which reminds me, guys, gamer subs doing a big sale and stuff tomorrow, so I'll do a big post on it and everything. I'm looking killer, thank you, dude. I'm no longer sneaking. Or were you looking for a game code to a code to the game? If you're looking for a sneak guy, see, I'm pretty funny, right? Lionheart is still a sneak dude, I think. So please, 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 please give your sneak patronage to Lionheart. I mean, you can use my stuff. It just doesn't, not worth it. I get 40% commission. If I'm a savage that likes Glacier Cherry Gatorade. So like, again, gamer stuff I like because it's 40 bucks and you get 100 servings. Like, holy shit. It's chug juice. This is a new one. Mixed berry and citrus flavor. You know what? Let me ask my bros. I just got a new Steam Deck or Stream Deck. Steam Gamer, maybe check out the new shit you got. Yeah, Gamer Subspan is better in my opinion, G. I mean, I was all about Sneak for so long, and then when I went to Comic-Con this year, I saw their stuff and I tried it and I was like, oh, holy shit. And it was really good. It doesn't have a chalky taste. It's really nice. It's only 100 grams of grams of caffeine, so it's a little bit easier for people that don't have like, they don't want to, I don't want to go like that hard in the paint. Passion fruit mango. Let me ask. Quick you, my bros. But yeah, I tried it out and I was just blown away. And then when I got to talking to them, they were just way cooler. There's way cooler company. They're like, hey, you know, you're a little bit larger. Our typical starting is 30% commission, but we'd like to offer you 40. I was like, oh my God, I'll take it. There no affiliate that works with any game content creator has a 40% commission on anything, no matter what. So, I mean, I was like, okay, well, putting your money where your mouth is, huh? Fine with me. So I'm going to refund these passives. And kind of going over stuff, I decided I'm going to do this. Once we get here, we're going to have a... They start you at 30. I got started at 40. If I sell 500 units in total across the lifetime of my partnership, not within a year, lifetime of my partnership, I get to 50. If I sell 1,000 lifetime of my partnership, I get to 60% commission. Like, that's fucking huge, dude. Like, I'm like, okay. Do I have to suck your dick, or is it just like how does this work? So what I decided to do is I'm going to build towards brute strength. 10% reduced. Between all these, it's going to be 20% or 25% reduced max mana, which is not good. So my 244 is going to go down, but I'm going to get 12 strength, 12 strength, 12 strength. It's going to free me up for a lot of my gear. I only lost like 20 mana right there. And I'm eventually going to get 1% increased damage per 15 strength. So right now, if we look at my character, I'm at 279. Let's just round it up to an even 300 for easy math. That's 30%. That's 20%. That's 20%. I said 30%. I'm like, that is not that math. That's 20% more damage. Brute strength is, I think, the way to go, Amadon, because I had the same problem. And now I can swap back on some of the gear I swapped off. Although I think I swapped this helmet off for this new helmet, and I kind of like the old one more. Cold. It's got light. This has got fire resist and lightning resist. More max life. The crit hit chance is probably better overall. Yeah, the flavors are funny, but if you can click the they have a non-anime flavor style if you want to just get like, hey, yeah, it's just here's passion fruit. It's in there. That whooping stick. Yeah, I think that'll do for now, but that puts me, I think, in a better spot. I do kind of want to finish the trial. I haven't finished the Trial of Chaos. I'm at the Forge God, and he's kind of I played him once and he kicked my ass. Well, I got him to like 40% health and he won, but I do want to play Monk because I want to make my Monk build video. My Warrior build video is not doing well. Let me take a look here though at there. Sorry, I wanted to fix my build. It had a little bit of an issue there. The Frostmonk is so fucking fun. You're about to find out. I didn't get the idol though. You're supposed to get the idol before you go. Like you get one in the quarry and one in the other mountain range, right? The random cloud is spawned by my chest piece. You know, I started standing. I already want to sit down. I'm already want to sit down. I'm already gonna want to sit down. Here's then I gotta look at a flavor that is cherry on this. I don't know a good cherry. Oh yeah, there's cherry limesicle. Clyde's black cherry. Cherry limesicle, yeah, so here you go. Here, there you go. Here's in. And this one is another cherry one. Is there any recommendations for starting out? Yeah, just go with Frost, man. Frost is super strong right now. But you could really go with any abilities to be just fine. I'm using Ice Strike, Frozen Locust, and Glacial Cascade, and really that's... You could use nothing else and be totally fine with the build. I'm also just socketing in some other stuff, though. I've got this roughly built out EcoCorp, if you'd like it. Here you go. And we'll modify this at the end of the stream here today, guys. But here's the build kind of as is. The best friendly build for new players from all available classes. Yeah, Adrian, that question, man. Everyone uses this different weapon.
Need something? My web. I shall put this to use. Take care. Hello.
I only suggest a pull. Oh, does it say a pull? Oh, okay. I wasn't getting something else. The best friendly build for new player. I don't even know how to frame that as a pull though. You mean class? The best friendly class for new players? Like, what is the most new player friendly class? I think it's mercenary or mercenary ranger, right? What would you guys think? I mean, I can do a pull on it. The bell is very fun. Yes. New player friendly class. Ranger, Witch, Sorceress, Monk, Merc. I'm not putting Warrior on here because I don't think it's new player friendly at all. And that's the first one I jumped into. Dude, I hate you, Ramadan. I really can't wait for Templar. The Templar and Druid are the ones I'm most excited for. I guess maybe, Robert, it's that I think like Monk or Merc has such a crazy top damage, but I could agree with that. I think Ranger's really fun because Ranger, I think it's not disgusting. Like, dude, I'm not struggling here. I'm not struggling as a Monk at all. But I think Ranger, you need to learn to play a little bit better, because Ranger doesn't have, it's not as strong as the Monk, in my opinion. But I think it's still very strong, and I think it's probably better for new players because they learn good habits versus like, okay, I'm on my Monk and just straight peeing on everything. So it's like, oh, okay. Someone help me, someone help me. I've got to go down to the mines, and the mines are back here. But don't I need to get the idol here first? Because one half of the idol is here, the other half of the idol is in the other portion of the map. Up here. Other portion of the idol is like right there.
Got a point.
A mine.
I cannot.
That's bad. It was good time of that. Full ended. 1 vote for Ranger, 1 vote for Merc. What up, Kedwani? How you doing, dude? Kedwani. Crazy engineer? I don't know. This is Act 2. Oh, just fucking love that, man.
Frozen lash. Back to the soil.
I wonder if that guy updated his loot filter to be more robust. Robustamante. Gilliman. It's so fun. I'm kind of upset I didn't start with this. Kind of an equal approach, BSB Cam. Inherently, I've got more intelligence, and I think that's more of a virtue of certain passive / gear I'm taking, not the attribute points here have been split. Like, okay, I just alternate. But, you know, this one gives me intelligence and dex. This one gives me intelligence and dex. I think some of these other ones give me intelligence. I'm not smart enough to make my own loot filter, unfortunately, here. But does anyone know the answer to that question I asked earlier? Aren't I supposed to find a half of the idol in this location? Here, look at you, dude. Smog loves this game. Smog's in, might still be in Georgia. He's been working. Yeah, he's Golden Idol Grandma. Maybe it's not an idle. Yeah, it's good to crap on. We'll crap on that. It's funny you say I could try to get him fired. Jay, he got laid off. If I could, I'd make him my first employee. And just say, hey, you're in charge of documentation. Because that's what he does. He writes like, basically he's like documentation and help page for companies. Like he used to work for Google. He just got finished working for Purina. But I would, if Smog was my employee or someone I contracted to work with me, I would ask him to build out my website. In that, not from like from a content perspective. Like take my content that exists. Here's all the menus. Here's all the transcripts. Smash them into the website format. Because for me, it's like the future of my channel. I think depends upon. I think I'm done here. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. By the way, this is a new checkpoint teleportation system. Click on a checkpoint. Do that. I think the future of my channel resides in one of two paths. I either keep doing what I'm doing and hope to dethrone FextraLife. No shade towards him. I'm not gonna. I watched FextraLife. There's another patch.
This place is a tomb.
There's not another patch. You're just talking about the one we were talking about yesterday, right, Kier? Well, that's the thing is, Fextra has. It used to just be him. No, he was saying the patch for the checkpoint teleport. It used to just be him during like the Pillars of Eternity days, and he has two things. He now has a small team, all purely remote, right? And he now has. What the fuck is that? Oh, oh my god. It conjures lightning storms. I was like, that's fucking sick. You know that's gonna come to the druid. Because elementalism is gonna be on the druid. I can't wait for like elemental, like straight up elemental stuff like that. I don't know, is that on the sorceress though? Am I fucking full of shit? But I want to. So again, he has a small group of people. Here's that bell, by the way. And that group of people do two things. One is that some of them help him with content creation, either playing the game for him. Like let's say they're playing an RPG. One guy will do one build, another guy will do another build, and he'll do another build. So by the time he goes to production, he's got 3 builds ready to do content for. That's a huge thing. So if everyone plays 40 hours, that's 160 hours taken care of, split across 3 people. So that's a massive boon. He can alternate Twitch streaming with them, and then he gets a lot of. Because he's kind of become. FextraLife has become the prima guides of YouTube RPG content, and that's not a bad thing, you know. Like I think a lot of people might hear that and go, "Oh fuck, oh Frank, what up, dude?" But I think it's like a prima guide is not bad. It's like a good baseline level of information. I mean, dude, this is still one of the best guides. I mean, I have all this stuff is on the internet now. But dude, like, you know how fun it is to. You can't. Oh, fuck. I have handwritten notes in this motherfucker that I wrote when I was in 6th grade. And Prima guides are still really good content. Like, The pyramid guides have kind of evolved now. They're a little bit more in depth because they have to be. Dude, my Skyrim guide, I have the, it's not here, but I have the limited edition Skyrim guide that had the book tassels or bookmarks. So when I'd play it, I would just kind of reference them back and forth. 100%, dude. I remember just reading the player's guide all the time. So, FextraLife is now the come-all YouTube one-stop for general gaming content, right? It used to just be pretty much RPGs, but he's branched out to know more action-adventure RPGs, ARPGs, Soulsborne games, right? That's kind of his bread and butter, Soulsborne games nowadays. And it's not bad content, but it's also like, it's content that is really good when the game comes out when people don't know much, and it doesn't evolve after that. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, because that's his niche, that's his niche, that's his wheelhouse. He gets that first initial traffic. People don't know much about the game. This is how you break into it. If you've been playing a game for a long time, a lot of his guides aren't going to help you a ton. And he does that through his team. But further, he creates wiki for all of his content, and creates early, not long-term updated database information. So if you look at the BG3 wiki, he was one of the first BG3. He was the first BG3 wiki, and then there was an actual fan-made BG3 wiki that is much better in my opinion, because it's constantly updated. It's like more sourced from like Reddit and like actual experimentation from people that are playing it. His stuff is usually very like is very like focused on pure data now, pure data dump, less analysis. Oh, you're good, Tim. So there's some lessons that, if you want help talking about how to post this stuff, I'm willing to jump on a call and talk through some of your options. I don't know what are my options. I don't even know how to begin doing that stuff. Like web stuff, I learned basic HTML way back.
This is not the place.
And I just have very poor web understanding. Ooh.
Need something? Take your time. I shall put this to use. Sans guide you.
Yeah, I kind of want to make an Italian Spartacus wiki. But I also have to ask myself, what's the real benefit of that? I mean, I know the monetary benefit of it because he slaps ads on it. I mean, the amount of traffic that domain gets is stupid, because that was the other thing he's got. So he's got people that he pays that are part of his team, but he has, you can sign up to be a wiki author through him, and then he just has people that like his content that just fill those wikis up with information. So he doesn't do that part. He might let's see. I don't know. I mean, this isn't worth fucking Exalted. I just wanted to sell it, I guess. I guess I don't really understand though, like here, like, I know you're saying that you would teach me, I get it. I'm just saying, like, I don't even know what I would want out of a solution like that, right? Like,
wear it with pride. Take care.
I'm just basically selling things for... This thing's pretty damn good. 20... It's not as good as mine, maybe? Doesn't have increased attack speed. But unfortunately, see, all my abilities convert physical. So I could add 40% increased physical damage to this. This is actually pretty good. I don't know if it's better than what I'm using though. And on the people that like him, then you shouldn't do it. We all hate you, and you're just here to watch your fail. Holy shit! Border Collie, that is the most sarcasm I've ever seen you use with me. Was my other path? Oh, I was like, what do you mean? Like in life, I was gonna become a chef. I apprenticed under a chef for 2 years. I was also gonna go become an army ranger and become a field surgeon. That didn't work out so well. My brother's in the fucking Navy. The other path is to slowly convert. What up, Roth? How you doing, dude? Slowly convert to doing more content that is. I would still do guide content because I think that's still like a bread and butter. I wouldn't shy away from it. But the other path was to do more video essay, op-ed, retrospective look at video game industry, the history of action RPGs, what is wrong with the video game industry right now. Those are two titles that I've been working on for videos that I've wanted to do for a long time. The rise and fall of MMOs, stuff like that, where it's more, I talk about, he was going to become a YouTube chef, but another guy that looks like a lot like him beat him to the punch. That fucking Benjamin Babish stole my goddamn spotlight. But create basically a channel that was like the old G4 op-ed pieces, talking about the history of video games, talking about the design, the history behind certain video games, because I know a lot of that stuff. Just I did an interview with a company over something. If that doesn't tell you my NDA, I don't know what else would. And we were just talking about things, and I was like, you know, this references back to this, and this time you're looking at like 2006 when you get things like this, and he's like, Jesus Christ, you know a lot about the history of this stuff. I'm like, dude, it's just because it's been my life. Like, I've always played video games, and it's like a cornerstone of who I am as a person. All right, do we swap staves? Stop it out or lose. I can add 2 sockets to this and get the 40% increased physical damage onto it, but it maybe isn't worth it. Where did Ubisoft shoot themselves in the foot to become a shit game dev? Ubisoft changed hands management-wise in 2011? In 2011 or 2012? And ever since then, they shit the bed. Ubisoft became a company that over-acquired. They acquired too many other smaller game companies. EA had this problem too. And when that happens, your game development goes from creation off of game development goes from creating games to creating games for profit. And those games have to hit thresholds, and they don't hit thresholds. The stockholders aren't happy, boards aren't happy, so you start to gut things. Ubisoft became its own worst enemy because it got way too big, just like J. Rago said, and just like EA did. And that sold so quick. I should probably hold on to that for my ranger. Fuck it. I should really hold on to that. Whatever. The reason you hold on to something for spirit on it and you're not a summoning class is you just get more spirit things to put on, but who cares? Dude, I think a big problem too with the gaming industry, it goes to, and I've gone into this so many times, But a lot of it has to do too with the culture of the video game society, how it is no longer just a oh, okay. Gaming is no longer just fucking play video games. There's culture and identity and a lot of things attached to video games, because it is. I mean, it's a huge part of people's lives. And because of the over corporatization of those things, you just start to lose the genuineness behind the creation of these things. And you get this gutted process where the people below just want to make good games and the people above just want to make statements, which is different, you know? But bros, do we upgrade to this or do we step away from this? I don't think it's a bad staff, but I would need to put 2 sockets into it, and then something, I might be better off just going to the trade website and finding one right now. Because my staff's not doing poorly, but I don't want to go behind I don't want to fall behind the curve on it. In fact, let's just go ahead. TheoryTrade2.com. Go to the trade. Okay. You bring up trade, Breton. What are we looking at? We are looking at. Well, I like my current one, but it always can be better. The next level is. Oop. If you're ever trying to, I mean, physical tip for those that don't know, you press this little button right here, and it toggles you between mobile and non-mobile mode. So if you're ever trying to see how something works on mobile, that's how you would do it. I want physical percentage. Anything you need? More. We're just talking about if I swap this staff with this one. Maybe Ascendancy 3 trial tokens. I need to finish my Ascendancy on my warrior, and I'm loving Monk so much. The Threat Interactives vids, really interesting vids about engine of modern software. Essentially, Unreal Engine 5 complacency and quick turnaround as killing performance and visuals. No, I have not. That sounds really interesting. This isn't a bad one. This is really good, and I can even augment it further. 46. What is mine again? This is 63. Let's see. I'm gonna put in socket into here. See if we got a socket. Is socket a thing? Empty room sockets. Okay. Minimum 1. Let's see. Yeah, I had a feeling that this would cost me a fucking exalted orb. Are you kidding me, dude? Companies are turning to get better optimized games for them to hire cheap workers. Yeah, that's a problem right now, right? I think we're just coming in a really weird time. We're going through a transitionary period wherein this is a pretty good one. I think this is 28 to 57. This is in-house engine development going away, which I don't think is a bad thing, because the problem with in-house engine development is that those in-house engines usually end up becoming bigger issues than they are. It's cool to have a proprietary engine, but it's not cool to maintain a proprietary engine because people leave video game companies. It's kind of the way things go. This is it. No, fuck you. Well. I don't really want to use currency here. Like, I could use a Regal Orb on something like, where's that other one? 58, 34, 34, 55, 60. I could do a Regal Orb on this, but there's sometimes I like buying Exalted though. It's fine. 21 hours ago, this guy's not there anymore. But yeah, proprietary engines I think are kind of a shit show, because with a proprietary engine, you get a lot of spaghetti code, and with that spaghetti code, you run into issues wherein your engine starts to fucking falter over time. Especially, like I said, people swap off the dev team, new people come in. Since code is not a format, or is not a uniform approach, right? Everyone can approach code differently. Oh shit. Yeah, good. Cool, Ryan. Good. Fucked everything up. Physics head FPS is totally fine. Oh, JQ poo. Mod. Okay, my brain explodes when thinking about currency conversions here. Honestly, dude, Jillian, I would just kind of look at some stuff like, okay, I know right now that the ice monk builds are really popular, so selling an ice staff for 1 exalted is fine. Everything else, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. Here's 2 or 3. Like, augmentation orbs are not really worth anything, so I just kind of throw it out there. What is up, Metal? How you doing, Metal Nelson? Yeah, game companies are in just a weird state, and I think it's because we have over-corporatization of them, and I think we're coming to another state where indie companies are starting to rise up again, right? Like, it's wild to believe that Larian is an indie company. It's not owned by some big parent publisher. My abs just cramped. And those companies, I mean, because it used to be that game companies almost entirely were indie companies. They were their own developers. They'd pitch to publishers, and publishers would say yes or no. If you guys want to know about a wild portion in gaming history, look up God, Gathering of Developers. Back when E3 was not a... E3 used to be closed to the public. It wasn't even open to press. It was pretty much developers and only other industry professionals. It was only very recently in its history open to press, and only recently even further open to public. And now it's not a thing anymore, right? But dude, they had a booth outside of the convention center where strippers were dancing on poles, and there was pizza and beer everywhere. Like, that is the most like 1990s nerdism thing I've ever heard of, and it is so funny. And these guys were like all the heavy hitters of game developers of the 90s, and even then they ended up going under because of how much it costs to be an indie developer not attached to a publisher making a proprietary engine. But my point was that I think that we are getting to a point where we're kind of turning a corner where game companies were getting away with some really shitty practices and terrible consumer practices. And now the consumers are getting wise to it. Now the consumers aren't buying their shit games. They're looking at it as a brand, like a bad brand, right? Like, oh, it's coming from like an EA, an Ubisoft, an Activision. It's not the gold standard it once was. You remember when, like, if Blizzard said they were going to release a game, you were like, that's gonna be a fucking great game. I remember when Overwatch 1 was announced, and I was like, this seems really weird, but I know it's Blizzard, it's gonna be good. Since consumers are now wise to it, I think what's gonna happen is the bloat in the industry is going to shift. And you're gonna have people that are going to create more indie companies. And it'll be a cyclical cycle wherein you have companies that are going back to indie and staying independent that is, and they're not jumping onto developers. And in the future, I think they will jump back onto, I'm sorry, not onto publishers. I think in the future they'll go back to publishers. But the publisher-developer relationship is so different now. In the 90s, the 80s, and the turn of the millennium, that relationship was you were signed up with a publisher who agreed to use their contacts to get you in with retailers, to middleman your product, set you up with warehousing, fulfillment, and use their resources to help out with marketing. Because typically who's in charge of marketing is not development, it's publishing. And that relationship has changed now, because now people are using third-party marketing agencies to do their marketing for them or to do their reach out and stuff like that. Like, for example, I did that the sponsored video with Grinding Gear. A third-party marketing company reached out for me to do that, not Grinding Gear. And on top of it, they don't have to worry about retail and distribution now because we don't deal with physical copies. I couldn't talk to what was going on. U5 is bloated in current configuration. Big companies not taking time to develop tools, minimum viable products is all that's required. Yeah, see, that's a thing, Robert. That's a big holdover of startup corporate cultures, MVPs, minimum viable products, is what Robert's talking about, which is you basically get a functional beta into the hands of consumers as fast as possible, and you reactively develop based off of consumer demand. Early access is an example of MVPs in video game industry. Some companies do early access better than others, as we know this. Minimum viable product to me is a real scummy way to develop, because it has an altruistic viewpoint, but as soon as, you know, corporate America gets its hands on it, the finance bros are just there to like fucking like, we can just cut down our costs here. You get stuff that gets immediately distilled down to bullshit. So MVPs, like Robbie Sess just said, causes a lot of bullshit, and it causes a lot of bloat, and it causes a lot of bad product. And you have these really cool ideas that never come to fruition because they just kind of get fucked with terrible practice. Oh, I love that ability. You know who I'd want to do a stream with is Thor. I want to talk with Thor on these kind of things, because I know Thor has been in the mix of all this, and he would correct me. He would say like, oh, you know what? That's that, you're kind of on the right viewpoint, but there's this. Here's the actual behind the curtains of it. Oh, tell me more, Thor. You fucking flowing, luxurious locks. I feel early access is a way for companies to avoid paying in-house QA. Is Chris Hemsworth a gamer? I don't know. That'd be funny.
Freezing strike.
I think there's some credence to that. I think that, you know, they don't pay for in-house QA, but they still use in-house QA. But I mean, Kier, you can probably help me out on this. A lot of in-house, from my experience for software development and working at a software company, QA has been outsourced to VM automation. Oh, Thor is Pirate Software. What's his name? His name is Thor. He used to work at Blizzard. He's like a top tier fucking hacker too. But yeah, a lot of QA stuff is outsourced to VM automation, for virtual machine automation, and that it just runs through scripts and protocols testing specific things. And that doesn't get you real world application. That gets you that kind of VM testing gets you more like, not latency, not, oh, there's a term for it, but it gets you more information based off of like hardware competency for your software. Of course, Dead Hair, thanks for watching, man. When in reality, your QA is not supposed to do that. It's supposed to figure out, A, what builds are broken, what's broken about your game systems, and what bugs are actually broken. Because there are some bugs that you'll come across, you're like, oh, this is like a quarter of a bug, right? Like, oh, my character's stuck right here. I can't move, I can't move. Oh, I can roll out of it. Well, that's a bug. You should fix that. But, like, it's a lower totem pole bug. Well, hey, this ability is completely bypassing the resistance of these things. I figured this out because of this, this, and this. And somebody's just like QA, I'm not sure. Yeah, a lot of QA. It used to be if you wanted to get into video games, you QA'd. I'm over here by where THQ's old headquarters was. Literally, it's right across the street. It used to be right across the street. And working at GameStop, I knew a lot of people that worked QA at THQ, and that was their goal, was to get into the game industry. Most people came up through that. Stay for the lesson. I find like I feel like that's kind of a commonplace thing. You come onto my streams expecting me to like play the video game and nothing else, and I just end up ranting about whatever the fuck I rant about that day. It's my superpower. It's what I like to do. But I mean, I can clearly talk about video game stuff forever. It is... That's why that's the other pivot for the channel. Because I'm so into it. I have such a passion for it. And great, yeah, you test and you give a grade to the bug and info for it, and they send back to the versions to have you test it, see if you can replicate it. Yeah, and that was another thing too, is like QA, old QA stuff is very peer reviewed, right? Like it's like, okay, I'm gonna submit my bug sheet to my supervisor. My supervisor is gonna replicate the bugs if he can, and then he's gonna kick them up to dev. And dev's gonna fix them, and like you said, grade them and whatnot. Royally Dead, thank you so much for 7 up for a tier 1, my dude. That's right, guys. If you want to support the channel, come on over to Twitch. I shit my pants in a video. I shit myself later. Did you think I fucking wouldn't rant my fucking about that? Oh my god! Imagine me doing consistent game reviews. A pelage tunic. Pelage. They're long hours though, right, Amadon? When you're about to launch a game, QA testing gets up. This gets pretty wild. The movie Mama's Boy is about that. And it's such a cool, it's such a fun representation of it. Oh. Grandma's Boy, not Mama's Boy. Isn't Mama's Boy something else? Mama's Boy is the fucking one with Tyrese. I also love that movie, if you've never seen it, by the way. This here, move this there. Thank you, dead hair. Dead air. Dead air. Why did I say hair? Maybe because I'm bald and I fucking am envious.
How can I advise? Do whatever it takes.
Do whatever it takes. Zero tool.
This is not the place.
Who goes there? My wares are renowned.
Oh, nice. Oh. Daddy like. I don't like the cold and fire damage on it though. Everything else is okay.
I shall put this to use.
Made it. Spirits. Oh. I think I'm all good. Yeah, I don't know of any. I don't have any spirit to do any falling. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'll just chill with this thing. I just want to come down to run alongside. Oh, my butt just popped. The hip bone, really, not my actual butt. I want to get this guy leveled up more. Like what? Because I want to do. I want to do the guide video for it. What level though do you feel is like? Okay, I'll watch this guy's guide on like a beginning leveling monk build. If I do it level 1, it's not very like. That's obvious that you don't have practical experience. Fuck you. At 40, I felt pretty valid in my claims as a warrior. At what point do you think this character is like, oh, okay, yeah, I could listen to that. Well, let's look at this guy whipping the undead. What's the point? First, the following necromancer order, assuming already doing the best of rotten bodies for Al. Second, would they even fill it? That's a good point. You know, I guess I never thought like whipping the guy who's already like, what are you gonna do? Fucking kill me? Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that. So what's the difference here? I gotta figure this out. Between chill and frozen. I mean, obviously I know the difference, but I gotta see if I can track it. Like, I think the little... Let me see. Okay, so I think this is chill. That means is 14% right there, 28%. I think that's chill. Oh, I got what you mean. I'm good for now. I'm just gonna kind of... This way I don't have to... If I party up with you, I'm just gonna, like, think about keeping pace with you, which is fine, but this allows me to kind of play more fluidly, stop here and there, and talk. But I appreciate that, dude. We were on a pretty random tirade about video stuff or video game history stuff. Well, that's what back on that note, I suppose. That would be the other pivot for the channel, is to make more of that content. Use my face cam and make more of those videos like I started back in like January and July and watercolor. Look at you, dude. That I made it back in like July and June. June. Would content like that though be interesting to you guys? Would you want to hear about like the history of ARPG, where did this all get started, stuff like that?
She's insane. Insane? I'll show you insane.
Frieza? Why am I doing this? Oh shit. I actually don't know. I have not played enough with other players to know anything about like distance for experience and stuff like that. So they put that patch out that you can't chain nerf things as easily. And some guy was like, another game where they just nerf everything to the ground. And I was like, shut the fuck up. They didn't change anything. Like, not really. It's for those people that have super broken, abusive, like, freeze build. You're not gonna feel it.
Praises, my friend. I thought I would please.
It's
At least
it's
there's one
super,
survivor of
like,
this
look at that.
place.
Do you think that patch really made my character, like, completely gimp when it comes to freezing things? Not even slightly. Fucking Helldivers, dude, just created such a terrible culture. It's like, I don't like playing that Return of the Caravan Speed character. Yeah. I don't like playing that game anymore because of that fucking shit. It's like Helldivers all over again. Shut up, kid. You don't know about nerfs. Ice Strike level 6.
Take your time. I'll unburden you. Goodbye.
Ooh. Good, Anakin, good. Kill him.
I know what in, but there. Sila,
So, let us. I am a Sala. Remain afraid. You have your orders.
cool wins. Be brave. Make a choice.
Yeah. People are like, they shouldn't do balancing in a single player game. I'm like, stop. Yes, they should. Why would they not do that? I don't understand people's fear of the concept of balancing a game so the things that are not good are good. Like, just stop it. Yeah, see that's kind of another thing too, right? Oh, okay. Fuck. Give me all 5 of those. Alrighty. That's another thing where like the outrage tourism stuff of people just like another game that falls victim to another set of circumstances. It's like, stop. Just stop. Do not do what you think you should do. That was the Trader's Passage. Like, why would you want that? Like you should not, like, people wanting things for free. They want respecs for free in this game. I'm like, no.
If you are
There
killed,
has to be
expect
gold
no
sinks in video games. That,
fans guide
like,
you.
I think people don't understand because they want stuff to be easy, that if there are no things that exist to drain your character, Schrodinger's early access. Why are people complaining? Game's not finished and this game sucks. Why do they do X? If there's nothing that exists to drain your character of resources, gold, whatever, then there's no reason to do anything in the video game. Then the game just becomes a linear line of forward. You need the progression. That the reward is part of why you play ARPGs. It's serotonin dumps. You're chasing little, like, oh fuck, dude, I got fucking unique. I played Anarchy Online, which was one of my favorite MMOs and had the roughest launch, Jay. There was really a good pistol called the Freedom Arm. I remember this. I saved up for 2 of them and spent all the in-game currency I had. The next day, they didn't nerf them. They removed them from the game with no compensation. A couple days of punching shit did not put me in a good mood. I remember the Freedom Arms. I made a ranger when I came back to the game. The guys that use the 2-handed weapons, they can, like, they have like a pet, I think, too. And that was really sick. And I remember watching people get pissed when they ripped the Freedom Arms away. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna keep playing my ranger. The game was so cool though. Like the concept of playing Omnicore or like the Resistance or like the other guys, and you could get like a what's it called? like an apartment with like that was themed like that. I really liked it because it was kind of like that future sci-fi that you get from looking at The Matrix, but through a cooler lens. Not a very steampunk. I'm sorry, not a very cyberpunk looking future. By the way, cyberpunk is a video game, but cyberpunk is a genre of futuristic look. Border Collie, that would kill me. Asheron's Call came out in... It came out in 99, I think. City of Heroes came out in 2004 or 2003. City of Villains came out in 2005. I remember driving to Yosemite to go on a school field trip, reading the Asheron's Call 1 player's guide while listening to Green Day's Minority song. The fuck guys loaded in, which you had to because they would shoot you through the walls. Dude, yeah. Anarchy Online was so rough, dude. I shan't stop. Trader's Passage. I have a lot of memories attached to music as it pertains to video games. Red Hot Chili Peppers' Californication will always remind me of Diablo 2. There's a lot of really interesting songs that remind me of EverQuest. Britney Spears' Lucky. Janet Jackson's Nutty for You. Eminem. The Slim Shady song. Fucking those two remind me of it. Cisco's Thong Song and also Slim Shady remind me of Ultima Online. Dark Ages of Camelot was when I was listening to a lot of Disturbed, Fuel, stuff like that. Like Fuel's song for Daredevil reminds me of the Dark Ages of Camelot Shrouded Isles expansion because I was listening to that song on repeat during Christmas break, playing a Reaver and a Necromancer in the Shrouded Isles launch. A Death Cab for Cutie and Postal Service remind me of the launch of Burning Crusade. A lot of World of Warcraft has a lot of music, so I was applied to so much of it. Dark Ages of Camelot, my first and still kind of favorite. I mean, still really good. Unchained is kind of not the best thing. Titan's Quest play. Dude, Bodies at the Drowning Pool. I think that's Titan Quest that plays for me. I think that's kind of around when I was listening to it. Titan Quest 2 I cannot wait for, by the way. I liked Dark Ages of Camelot. I loved Warhammer Online, but I just wanted Warhammer Online to feel as fluid as Dark Ages of Camelot did. The RVR just kind of fell a little flat, fortunately. Oh god, there was another really funny one in there. Britney Spears. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh, Dimmu Borgir reminds me of Morrowind. Because I remember listening to Dimmu Borgir Morning Palace while playing the shit out of Morrowind. Also, though, Dimmu Borgir reminds me of playing EverQuest 2. I was listening to tons of Dimmu Borgir, Meshuggah, and Perfect Circle and Arch Enemy when I was playing EverQuest 2. So I started I started playing Dark Ages of Camelot on Albion. Then when I went back to it in 2013, I finally made Midgard because I liked Midgard more. I always had Midgard alt that I never really did much with. And I did a Scald, which was so fucking good. My Apocalypse, I think, is one of my favorite songs by Arch Enemy. That and like Rise or We Will Rise or something like that. And she's so hot. They'd had like 4 female singers. But then I made a Thane, and a Thane was so fucking fun. The second Wood Elf Assassin on my server. Damn, Kirzan. I went with a Dark Elf Berserker. Totally geared out and axed out. Yeah, dude, like Troll was really fun. I liked the look of trolls in Dark Ages of Camelot versus the trolls in EverQuest. Although trolls in EverQuest I really liked because they had really fast health regen, and EverQuest 1 had fucking miserable time in between trolls. What's the betrayal quest? Isn't that how you could like betray the race and you get like attributes of another race or something like that? Oh, dude, Amadon, you were watching Nerd Player Studios, and you were watching his detective stuff on like the death of a game, weren't you? Because Nerd Slayer has a really good series on the death of certain MMOs, and Star Wars Galaxies is one of my favorite MMOs. I like the NGU or whatever it is, NCU, New Character System, whatever it is. That was it. That's right. Good character make them evil. That was it. Oh damn! Look up Nerd Slayer Studios. His favorite game is Star Wars Galaxies. SWG was so good. Fervor Gaming is online. Can't remember what I was listening to playing Star Wars Galaxy. I remember making a Twi'lek female dancer, hanging out in the cantina, just pressing the dance button and collecting tips, my bro. Player made towns. Dude, Star Wars Galaxy just had such a good system around that. Or being like, my main character was a bounty hunter and medic, and I would hang out in the med bay, because so when you died, your health, stamina, and intelligence, whatever the intelligence currency was called, I think it was called mind, would be capped out. You had to go to the med bay. The med bay would replenish it. And dude, yeah, Nerd Slayer Studios is a really I think Nerd Slayer Studios is one of the first YouTube channels I watched that got me started on the notion that I might be able to do content like that, of talking about games in retrospect. Oh, nice, good. I was looking for this.
Here with great ire.
Yeah, his Death of series, he's got a really good one forever. He's got a good one for every single MMO, and I've played all those MMOs. I was big in, like, that was the genre I probably played the most growing up. Oh shit. Oh man. Time to become an invoker. I think we should start looking at upgrading some of our gear, though. This is showing me that we're gonna need to do it. Like, I was taking a lot of damage right there. Dude, the boss call is so fun. Okay, let's go to the top of the gates first. Get that waypoint, then go do the trial. One thing I haven't really set my mind on is like, do I focus on evasion or do I focus on energy shield? I mean, I can still do both, right? Technically. Oh, green that prison. I'm not fucking die. What was this one again? Quality of slow. Do you feel like you ever have mana regen on this character? Not particularly, no. On my warrior, yes. Every day, all the time. I believe honor doesn't get affected if it hits energy shield. Someone help me on that? It does get affected. Okay, thank you. After getting to enhance reflexes. Let's take a look at that one. Yeah, we're gonna piss all over this boss. I'm not even worried about it. Is it over here somewhere? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of thinking more, this might feel better for Ranger since they've got such high, yeah, you should be able to, Amadon. Yeah, I don't know what your responsibilities are. I don't know if I can cater them. Whereas Energy Shield, and I'm not so, let's take a look. So we don't really have many Energy Shield nodes, period. And I don't know if that's the best approach. I've got these right here for some Energy Shield, but I kind of feel like maybe I should be putting more like, even just like this cluster, which is Energy Shield and Evasion rating. Or this is all Energy Shield. It seems confusing, but it's actually pretty straightforward. You really do pick it up very quickly. I got this for serrated edges. I got this for more elemental damage. Let's do... Heartstopper. Take 50% less damage over time if you started taking damage over time in the past second. It's too convoluted of a mechanic for me to understand. Dead air. I'm not smart enough in the game to understand how to get that to work. Big yawn. What was? Oh. Thank you, sweet boy. Thank you. Yeah, my dog is amazing. He's an off-leash trained puppy. He just goes and does what he wants. Sweet boy. All right, he's also like the sweetest fucking dog known to man. Never seen a dog that's as happy as his. I'm getting the 3 Dragons helmet and just stack lightning damage and penetration hard. What is the 3 Dragons helmet? I don't even know what the hell that is. Roman, do not bark in this house, young man. He gets startled by things outside sometimes. Ah. Cold damage from hits contributed to ignite chance and magnitude instead of chill. Lightning damage from hits contributes to freeze buildup instead of shock chance. You know, I don't like it. I'm just not smart enough to play like that, Braff God. But it makes my cold damage instead do ignite. You know, I guess at that point you'd get this too, right? Where's that fucking... this? Oh, never mind. No, that's not it. I don't know. It makes my lightning damage do freeze, but I'm focusing on freeze. Because it makes cold damage do... it contributes to ignite chance and magnitude instead of chill magnitude, which is not fun. I mean, that does make it so that my lightning does freeze. It doesn't say anything about cold not working towards freeze. I don't know, Jay. I actually don't know. There isn't much percent increase to cold damage on the passive tree, but lightning damage on the other hand. Oh boy. Yeah, you're totally right, dude. Like, that's what I was saying the other day, is like, if you're a cold monk, to get true cold damage in your build, you gotta go right over here. But penetration's not worth it, brap, because I'm going with an invoker. And as an invoker... two of these up now. As an invoker, I've got this. Critical hits ignore non-negative enemy armor elemental resistance. So I just focus at that point on crit, and I never have to worry about penetration. If I have that correct, which I oftentimes do not. We'll tweak that build a little bit towards the end of the stream here today. So if you guys want to help me out, we can tweak it. We'll take a look at my supports right now too. My supports are a little funkapotamus. I just tweaked a lot of my supports in my warrior, and they feel really good now. Now my totems do bleed damage, and my earthquake get bonus damage by hitting bleed things, and now my jagged ground has a chance to aggravate the bleed. What that means is bleed does 20% of your physical damage. When you aggravate bleed, either when they move or it gets aggravated, it does 100% of your physical damage. Yeah, it gets me to wonder, like, if I'm playing a monk, is the way to go. That's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. Focus on energy shield and evasion armor, but get evasion passives, and to have that energy shield get converted to mana. That's pretty cool. But it's kind of wonder, like, okay, as a monk that's going cold, do I try to like push up over to here and grab all these? Oh, that's actually pretty useful right there. Josh, I bought a cosmetic. Get a staff with 3 elemental damage that don't miss at all, and that's a pretty cool idea, Brap. I didn't think about that at all. Those are my power chargers, Antelope. Maybe we can kind of retool the build to include this in there. Because this is a pretty good ability. This is, I mean, we're up right here. We branch. Actually, we branch down here, don't we? We branch right here. Yeah, this is a pivoting point down into the build. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Or go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's basically one more point to get more benefit going this way for increased mana regen and mana 10% increased mana cost of skills. Ooh. Second weapon for the build right now is not, it would probably be a lightning staff to put more damage into falling thunder. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Brap. I think at 10 points, it's too much of an investment. It could be an investment if I was closer for a weapon set, but I think, yeah, it's just too far off. So why is charge staff a must? Tell me more, tell me more. Because right now our focus is on frost, but we still will be doing some lightning because unfortunately right now there's nothing that uses power charges that is an ice ability. Yeah, and right there. So right now it's 11:49 for me, so I went bow and freezing solid hitting the bell is sick. That's fucking cool. You silly dog. You silly little dog. Guys, Roman is the best dog ever. I'll have this. Where I gotta go? This is the path. Is this the path? This is the way? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's why I was like, that's why I'm like, why? So why are you recommending lightning damage and the charge staff for a frost monk build? I'm not going to be going with the dragon silk helmet, more than likely. You can generate charges by combining the passive resonance with skill gem combat frenzy. Do you mean, is this an, what's combat frenzy? Oh, spirit gem. Okay, I know what you're getting. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Well, the thing that uses the power charges is what I'm saying. You can get power charges. I'm getting power charges with killing palm, but the power charges are being used by lightning abilities. Yeah, I understand that. Hey, what's up, Tarek? How you doing, dude? I understand what you're saying about that ability generating the charges. My point is, the only thing that expends the charges are lightning abilities. So the generation is cool and all, but the only thing that's using it is falling thunder. Or eventually, a charged strike or some shit. Please. Let me take a look at it, Brack. Once we finish this area, I'll go look at a spirit gem and read it more. Because right now I'm not understanding it. Holy crap. Oh.
I'm unable.
Why can't you use it? Why didn't you even use it? So there's no wonder. I got stuff while using it.
The dreamer provides.
I fucking hate Herald of Ash though. I understand why it's so useful in conjunction with Herald of Ice. I'm saying on its own, I think of the heralds, it's like the weakest herald. It's just doing overkill damage, and it just does ignite. And it's not as fun as Herald of Ice. Just, oh, this is going to blow up anything, and lightning just change shit around. these gates, man. They're over there, over here, or over there. Who knows? There we go. I just want to get the thing. Waypoint. Perfect. Now we can go back and take a look at some of this stuff. All right, I gotta go pee real quick too, guys. So let me go pee.
Let us.
And we'll also do the trial. I love it. You know, I'll be honest, Brap God. Wax Sundew, thank you for resubbing. I appreciate
with determination.
what you're saying. Like I like the stance of like going like this and converting it, but I will probably not do that because I just don't.
I will tell your tale.
You see, you're supposed to convert 60 to 80% of your staff's physical damage to its own element. By this logic, you're a lightning staff on a debt. Is that how that works? Thank you, man. Because the problem I have with like being too dependent on stuff like, okay, use this unique item, it's going to convert your damage to this, then use these things to do that. It becomes too complex of a build with too many moving parts that are too easy to break. I find that a simpler, more straightforward build that is underpowered comparatively, but is like operationally easier to approach and operationally harder to break. I like those builds more, because as soon as you get into like the hornet's nest of multiple layers of complexity for builds, I'm not smart enough for that. So I don't like to build like that. For me, it just, I can't wrap my brain around it, so I don't really like to do that. Like if I want to play a monk build, or a cold monk build, I just want to use cold abilities. I don't want to use lightning abilities that are converted to cold abilities. It's just the visually not what I want to do. So this. All those out. Okay, so you guys are talking about battle or combat frenzy. He's actually pin an enemy. Okay, so I get that. Now we want what do you guys want me to put on here? Resonance is the other one. Is resonance a support gem? Passive. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it, but I'm not down. I don't like that. It's just not. I don't like playing like that. I don't like conversion builds. I don't like redline builds. Like builds that are like, yeah, you run at 5% health, but you just nuke things. Did I miss anything cool since the MMO music talk? We're talking about a build that utilizes all the lightning damage that Monk can leverage because they have got tons of lightning passives all over their tree. Like this is an easy lightning, that's easy lightning, that's easy lightning. There's lightning in here, there's lightning over here. There's so much lightning that they can leverage in their builds. Brap God is talking about you take that and you convert it to cold damage using a unique. And I was saying how I don't like that because I want to use Wave of Frost. I don't want to use Tempest Flurry because my Ranger is the one I'm doing all my lightning stuff with. So, Charged Staff here, for example.
Charged Staff consumes your power charges to grant lightning damage to your attacks. While the buff is active, your attacks also launch shockwaves. Reusing Charged Staff will extend its duration while keeping the bonuses from all the power charges you have used so far.
Which is super cool, right?
Charged
Super good.
Staff consumes your power charges to grant lightning damage to your attacks. While the buff is active, your attacks also launch shockwaves.
Oh, you can just buy it off the, I mean, I don't think it's actually pretty expensive.
Enemies near the target of Shattering Palm will be covered in chunks of
Why do people want me to
ice.
fucking sign in?
If an enemy takes enough damage or dies, the ice will explode. Enemies near the target of Shattering Palm will be covered in chunks of ice. If an enemy takes enough damage,
There's only one
or
exalted
dies,
orb. I
the
could buy it
ice
right
will
now.
Explode.
So it's pretty
Enemies near
inexpensive,
the
Jay, if you get it.
target of Shattering Palm will be covered in chunks of ice. If an enemy takes enough damage or dies, the ice will explode.
Yeah, I have to build the red
Enemies
line.
near the target of Shattering Palm will be covered
I have to build the Ranger. Like, so again, like I understand it. I just would rather use these abilities. Like I want to use, like Stormwave is cool looking. Like I think Lightning Monk's shit is really
A
cool.
lightning area attack that covers a lot of ground and can be used on the move. Stormwave is a lightning area Use attack. Wave of Frost to dodge backwards and launch a cold area attack. This is very effective for freezing enemies. Use Wave of Frost to dodge backwards and launch a cold area attack. This is very effective for freezing enemies.
I think this is in the Guild
Use
Bank right
Wave
now.
of Frost to dodge backwards and launch
I could
a
buy
cold
these.
area attack.
Full damage,
This
freeze
is very
build up, increased
effective for
magnitude of chill
freezing
you inflict.
enemies.
Just don't really want to spend an
Use
exalted
Wave
on it.
of Frost.
Oh no, entry, Demon Snitchers. Oh, I want that right now. Which point did what did you put into the grip or grip Where'd you put in the what quarterstaff? Fuck, man, Jesus. Was it this one right here? Oh, this one right here. Oh, fuck. Yeah. That's great. Dude, I haven't had a unique drop in ages. I have not had a good unique drop in ages. I'm not making a Fire Ranger. That would have been cool otherwise. Thank you, dude. This is a sweet staff. So this I will be adding sockets to.
There's a chill in the air.
Because that is real nice. Fire, cold, lightning damage. And I'm just going to have 20% more physical. 3% to all melee skills. That is huge damage. Like just looking at Falling Thunder. Old staff, new staff, 452. Frozen Locust, 214. 251. So, Brap God, are you still there? But I am getting power charges through Killing Palm. I do, but I don't know. Maybe I don't. I know I probably shouldn't do that, but... So, if I'm doing predominantly cold damage, though, I thought I would want iron here. Because martial increased physical damage since, like you were saying, I brought that up in my build video, is that your weapon damage is converted for all of your skills, right? So 60% of physical damage is converted to fire damage or whatever. So... Is it stand to reason? Because you said something about like your physical damage is equal to this much, lightning damage is equal to that or whatever. Doesn't it stand to reason that you would just kind of want more physical damage always? Like, what's the benefit of having, like in this case, why would I want to socket lightning damage? Let's say I socketed both of these into it. This one, Glacial Rune.
And shatter they shall.
I see, okay. That's gonna be so much more damage. So, Killing Palm now does 108 DPS, this does 287. Oh, this also gave me... Oh no, that's just a different thing. Okay, How would you tell that? I mean, I clearly fucked up and I already just went ahead and did it, but... I wish I had movement speed on my boots. I don't want these fucking bracers. Problem is they're not really... They're not amazing. It's only going to add 5 to 6 cold damage to attacks. The increased build-up, though, is really nice. And the increased magnitude of your chill is nice, too. Rap God, you are much cleverer at math than I am. I understand what you're saying now when you break it down like that, but so 20% more of whatever those numbers are, right? I don't know what the numbers were to begin with. Let's just say 10. So is 2 more than whatever the lightning was? And it's like, I suppose, I don't know. At that rate, the flat seems like it's better at the earlier portion. I don't necessarily see how the charges you said, Combat Frenzy and Resonance, I don't feel like it is inevitable. You may need to look at it one more time to understand it better, but
Another loyal devotee.
oh. So we're saying I get it now. So you use resonance because every time you freeze something, it just is going to give you a frenzy. It's going to give you a frenzy charge, which gets converted into a power charge, which I then use for my abilities. Siphoning Strike. But then again, that falls back to the statement that I don't want to use Charge Staff or Gathering Storm or Siphoning Strike. Right. I mean, I'm fine with Falling Thunder, and I'm fine with like one of these. I just don't want to use. I don't want to be converting lightning to ice. It's just not how I want to play the game. I see now what you mean. You press the... I guess you and I are looking at... Yeah, that makes good sense, Brap. You press this little button to create a new folder, Milky. So special tabs, boom. But I guess you and I are looking at the term redline as... I'm looking at redline as your character only has like... Well, I don't understand though, because you're saying... You can't do cold just fine because the cold damage from hits contributes to ignite chance and magnitude instead of chill magnitude. I mean, yeah, I could still do the cold damage, but I'm building ignite. I'm not building around that. You're saying you would use this helmet as a means to make my charge expenditure, in this case, Falling Thunder, do more. Because it can now leverage freeze buildup.
Who goes there?
What?
I hear you. No need to... All right. Blessings.
Who wants to go do a trial? Increase physical damage, 92 sana, can cause days equal to 100% of damage dealt. That's pretty sick. Yo, I want to see what that looks like.
And
That looks cool.
shatter they shall.
That's so cool. Look at that fur plate, dude. That's awesome. Armor applies to elemental damage. That's pretty cool. Bone raiment. That's pretty cool too. How does that look?
This isn't the place.
That's pretty sick. I love that they have already have like these custom skins for all this stuff in the game right now. Or start energy shields. Okay. Holy crap. I'm gonna use this. A little bit of everything, yeah. I might just use some of my fucking ranger instead. This is okay because this gives me evasion and energy shield. This does gives me evasion. It gives me more evasion, less energy shield though. Not that much. I mean, it's 3 max life, 1 max mana, 5% increased rarity, 525 dex, 231. Okay, it got entrancing. Mom, I am fucking. Yes, you can. He's talking about shit.
Here, metal was tested. Here, I shall surpass.
Yeah, by the time we get to resonance, because we're gonna here's the build again. It'll be an easy adjustment to make. Yeah, Monk. I've been really enjoying Monk. I mean, that's just a matter of like 2 points, right? Like, oops, that was the whole thing right there. Why? Oh, it went up and over. Let's do this. And there we go. There's resonance. Boom. That puts resonance online for the build. Easy change. I don't know how useful these are really. Those might be better served. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 might be better served in like a just straight up defense, because this is supposed to be defense, as in recover health on kill, increase energy shield recharge rate, mana leech, max energy shield. This might not be as well served. In fact, now that we're doing, like, if we get resonance and that combat frenzy. No, I don't have a struggle right now, actually. I'm actually kind of blitzing through stuff, but we're not very high in, right? I mean, here's the... This might not be worth it. Like, I think this is kind of a bit of an investment sink up here for 50% increased damage with hits against frozen enemies, 20% freeze buildup, hits ignore non-negative elemental resistance. Okay, that's not worth it. Just for the 20% freeze. I don't think these are actually worth it. So this puts us way far off, right? And this either, we don't need the penetration. So I think we can adjust this. Do that. And do that. And that buys us 12 more points. In fact, we can do this. That buys us 12 more points to kind of mess around with here. We're not doing chaos skills. I mean, this isn't a bad investment for more hit chance and damage. Remember, that's we're using crits to bypass resistances. What were you saying, Royally? Dead Air? Sorry, man. About a bell? I feel like this is now worthwhile because we're going to be generating such a disgusting amount of power charges. We might as well generate more. $10 more points. These are okay, but I don't want to, like, this is, again, damage penetration. I think my biggest struggle is knowing if I have enough defense on this tree. We've got, you know, crits, attacking here, more elemental magnitude of shock and chill. We've got more damage over here. We've got the herald stuff over here. We've got the staff over here. With these 10 points, do you guys think we put them into, you know, evasion rating and energy shield? Do we put them into more crit stuff? I mean, we're pretty good. What is this one? This one is, you know, this is a pretty good one too. Increased crit damage bonus if you've consumed. So that's kind of in line with what we're doing. Magnitude of shock and chill is useless. Why? Have enough power staff. Probably no longer need the quarterstaff node at the bottom. I guess goes freeze buildup instead. Okay. I just hope they don't nerf it again. Yeah, I don't think that, but we agree, like, coming up here for this 20% of this 20%, do we feel like that's truly worth it?
Our modest fellowship
expands. Thank you very much for subbing on Twitch Prime,
sun.
dude. Big fan of your rice. Got that. I mean, I could pop down into this real quick. That's just 3 little nodes. That's elemental damage increase too. More points. The count only really matters for Flicker Strike. Okay. Maybe we go for the chance. Because remember, chance is going to be how we penetrate. Battle, brother. So you say no to this. No to this, no to this, no to that. We don't need that then. Is it attack? This is projectile speed, never mind. Poison, this is flasks. Daze build up. Physical damage, yeah. Stun and daze. Doesn't depend on chance, only damage. Okay. Is freeze considered an ailment, or is chill the ailment? Like that, it's right there. Freeze build up. Yeah, they'll go with those two. Oh, we'll go with that route. 2 more points. It's hit chance, hit chance. It's damage bonus. Let's use this one for hit chance and then damage bonus. Yeah, just get a ton of hit chance on there. This is hit chance, it's damage bonus. Freeze, electrocute, and pin are ailments. Okay, I didn't know if freeze wasn't considered the ailment and chill is. I didn't. So chill and freeze are both ailments though, right? Or are you saying that only freeze, electrocute, and pin are ailments? Do we think this is a solid... I think this feels like a more solid build now. Because we have chill, freeze, bleed, shock, electrocute, elements. Okay, so... But stuff like... Okay, yeah, I got it. I didn't know if there was a distinction between, like, chill and freeze, one being an ailment and one being something else. But your combat friends, you only need to focus on freeze. Yeah. I'll be finally because of you. If you're alt-clicking on the text, it will tell you what ailments are. No, I know that, Arthanor, but if you click on this, ignite is an ailment. The list of ailments is bleeding, ignite, chill, freeze, shock, electrocute, and poison. Well, yeah. I thought at one point though that like chill is the ailment, freeze is something else. Like I didn't know. So at that point then, is something like this useful? Where's that element thing? There was such a chance to inflict element because rare or unique. Well. You're going too far for your freeze buildup. Help. What do you mean by that? Oh no, what did I do? This is the one. Let me update this real quick. Let me close this one. There we go. Go to your top left power charge node. This one you mean? This, yeah. Is this what you mean? Yeah, this is all freeze buildup. I got it. This whole set of clusters I'm a little dubious on. Increased damage when on full life. Damage on full life. No, you're good, you're good. I thought I did something wrong, Brap. This is attack speed. Attack damage, attack speed. This one is life on kill, recover, life on kill, mana leech, and increase max energy. You don't need this much build-up stacking. So, what do you mean? Oops. We don't really have that much. We've got these. Let's stun build up. Freeze. This one. And then this one. These 3. That's it. Oh, then there's these 3. That's it. It's the only build up we have. This is... Oh, okay. So don't do these, you're saying? Or you're saying this? Because this is for our coming calamity. Oh, good. Oh, that felt so good. Okay. So that kind of comes back to our conversation of where do these three go? Do they go into defense? Like, what's the useful expenditure here? Because we've got a lot of crit, we got 2 power charges. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 crit focused clusters. We have elemental damage cluster. We have damage and damage cluster for physical damage and for attack damage against rare uniques. We have our quarterstaff cluster. We have more attack damage. Then we have this attack speed, attack damage, life on kill, mana leech. Though now I'm kind of, we got the resonance. So at this point I'm like, well, fuck, what the fuck do I do with these last 3? Do I throw them into this? Like, oh, increase recovery rate if you've haven't been hit recently. Just get more evasion, like do this, that. So basically stack defense until you really feel like defense is an issue. Well, I think we'll put that there and we'll adjust it as we see, as we kind of come around it. Oh, this is a pretty good one. Increase crit chance, intelligence, strength. Attacks have 1% chance to hit critical hit. What's that actually say? I don't get that. How is this different than just crit chance? Must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get there. Oh, so it's saying like this number gets increased right here. Make it 11 and all other increases will be scaled. Oh, okay, I see.
The proving grounds for the season.
I mean, that this should just say base weapons, like, you know, like that attacks have 1%. That's a little confusing, I think. Also because I am not a smart man.
I will serve. We have Selarim.
Okay. Okay, but I'm not sure it's ton of fun. Yeah, I have to play a sorceress. Three, 3, 2. There's no 1. Oh, critical hit chance does affect dot. Crit hit chance doesn't. Got it. Okay, thank you. I didn't know that. See, that's confusing. That's confusing. Like, fuck, man. Fuck, man. Fuck. I think I'm thinking too much into this. Increased honor. Let's go with more honor. Resistances are cool and all, but this had? Okay, that's cool. Let's see how this character fares compared to our fucking warrior.
I shall overcome.
Because warrior was rough. Cool, so that just adds those two together. That's nice. You know, I'm pretty good at that though, Brap. Like, I don't just kind of like take things on face value, but the term attacks has been very. It's been a. What I think is a problem is, I would like if there was like a codex in the game, like where I could just simply consume the knowledge. I could just sit there and look at things that are nested together. I guess the counterpoint to that is the way the game shows it to you. It shows you contextually, right? Like, here, this is going to increase attacks, crit chance, and so on and so forth. So you understand it as it pertains to your character in the moments that you see it. So those things, that's cool. But I'm fine just sitting there and clicking through a bunch of shit to learn stuff. Okay. What is America Shrine? Because I always see it, and I don't know what the fuck America is. This America? Are the sacred water fountains America Shrines? Actually, that should just be. Yeah, because. This isn't fun. Yeah, exactly. Just put it in one UI, like an encyclopedia codex, where I can just kind of sift through them. This one feels like the best one of the three. Gain a random infliction whenever you venerate America's Shrine. This is cannot restore honor. You know, there's something to be said about that, Brap. Like, I understand that, but and that's not what turned me off on Path of Exile 1. Path of Exile 1 just was I didn't like the animations. I didn't like the way that Path of Exile 1 felt. But to say that poor UX is a part of is a game feature is not necessarily a stance. It's I understand though what you're saying, like, hey, you know, the game is about learning how legendaries and keystones interact. That's fucking sick. But to have information veiled behind a UX is not. That's not a cool thing. That like the difference between spoon-fed and unavailable. Like, yeah, sure, I can sit here and do this. Okay. Like, all these little pins have tons of really good information, but I'd rather just know all this. I'd rather learn this by looking at a huge fucking encyclopedia. Let me press a button down here that just has the terms and I can jump into it. Or terms categorized by melee. Okay, well, melee applies, like you said, crit chance or crit hit chance versus dots are crit chance. And breaking those things apart so that I can understand it from different angles versus this going like, oh, attacks have, I don't understand this. It's like the difference between knowing like an attack or a hit or a spell and like skill versus spell speed stuff, attack speed versus spell speed versus skill speed and how they all interact with each other. I think those things are hard for people to understand because out of fly they go, oh, okay, cool, speed. Oh, fuck, it's projectile speed. Or, oh, okay, cool. Oh, no, this is attack speed. Oh, fuck. One of these is spell speed up here. Oh, okay, cool. One of these is spell speed. There's a spell speed one around here somewhere. Oh, spell speed. Whatever. Let's just go down under there. And the problem too is like when you go to ask like the explanation on that stuff, and Brad, I'm not pointing at you. I'm saying like on like a wider spectrum, like on a forum. And people go like, oh, I don't understand this, and so on and so forth. People are like, oh, skill issue. We've created video games, have created this really annoying need to be the first to say the elite statement. Oh, dude, that my shit is fucked. Or high level, and then there's low level, more specific to the game is very complex. And I thought there's something more visually appealing. Yeah, I just. It's early access, right? I expect them to find these snags through EA. But what we've come to in gaming industry, or in gaming video game stuff, is that people won't ask for opinions anymore. They go to shitty YouTube videos. I make these videos, so I get it. My videos aren't 100% informative. I think that they help out people in some regard, but like there's always someone within a game that knows far more than I do. And I'm always like, if I find out who those people are, I try to push people in those directions. But my point is, we've created this elitism of, let me be the first to say the term skill issue on a Reddit post because I'm cool. I don't look at explosion. And it creates a failure to want to seek out education and knowledge. And it's not even a video game thing, right? Like if I were to post on like a Bitcoin thing, like how do I do this? Where the normies are infiltrating and trying to find out about stuff. Like, yeah, man, the whole point of the internet is to share information and knowledge and porn. It's also a lot about porn. So it becomes this issue where people just don't want to pursue and find out knowledge, and then it just kind of falls back on itself, and it's fucking this shit. It sucks. Okay, freezing mark. Again, I don't think it'd be spoon-fed, but I think, to your point, because I think spoon-fed is not the right term. I think spoon-fed is what comes down to what people will use the word spoon-fed as a negative thing, in the sense of like, yeah, there's information spoon-fed to you. I think, to your point though, if I were to click that and see all the stuff that interacts with it, it's overwhelming. It's too much. It's a poor UX. So I think that like, yeah, you can't just have everything be nested within. It's all here. You kind of have to click around to find it. But understand, like having these terms in a glossary of some sort, and that glossary then being broken down into subdivisions. Like, okay, here's how spells, attacks, skills. The distinction between those three. Okay, well, now that you know the distinction, you can understand why a spell has an attack tag, and how attacks play with crit chance, and how dots play with crit hit chance, and crit spell chance, and crit, like all these terms that are just similar enough that you can get easily lost. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Martial target making them more susceptible to being frozen. When a target dies, a cold number erupts from their corpse. This one does not use your weapon damage, instead uses its own base attack damage. Which is this? So when you see attack damage, 221%, and then I see this, then I read this Nova does not do your weapon damage, it instead uses its own base attack damage. How do these interplay? What's the interplay between these two terms here? When this strictly says uses your equipped attack weapon damage. So that's what I mean, like that can kind of get a little confusing. like this one more. This sounds really fun. Yeah, it's like that 221% of what? When it says it doesn't use... So, again, just to reiterate here. This says 221% attack damage, but this says this Nova does not use your weapon damage and instead uses its own base attack damage, which is right here. Where you hover over attack, it says attack are skills that are directly use your equipped weapon to damage enemies. Spells are not attacks. So base is 24 to 36, yeah. Okay, so they're saying that the base damage is 24 to 36. Then this number is the weapon that gets increased by that 221%, correct? And then whatever other modifiers are getting thrown in. So like, let's say it does 40% more damage. We understand that to be 40% more additive damage, multiplicative damage onto this base, not this number. Yeah, again, this is stuff that like I'm voicing now because in EA, this is when I would want it to get pulled apart and looked at and hit it with a fine-tooth comb so that it is more approachable to people without being, again, I don't like the term spoon-fed because I think it's a negative term that when I think spoon-fed, I think fucking Fortnite. But I think terminology that points me in the direction of understanding versus terminology that can kind of overlap itself and I go, oh no. Let's do Wave of Frost though. It would be base times attack damage percent X, for example. There are times, for example, your elemental damage boost on the tree. So your attack damage percentage would be multiplicative with elemental damage boost on the tree. That's sick on my dick.
An oasis in the desert.
I guess spoon-fed to me also implies that like the game kind of plays itself. You know, like you pick up, you open your skill thing and it's like, choose this. It's like, oh. These are Marrakesh shrines. But there are terms, Brap, that mean additive versus other terms that mean multiplicative, right? Like something that says increased is the multiplicative one, and something that says in addition to, there's another term. When you look at the passives, there's some that say smaller things you so this is one though, right? This awards a shrine. That's America's shrine. Okay, yeah. So if I go use this and that fucks me up there, man. Increase is additive, more is multiply. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's such a cruel term. That's such a cruel rule. A crucial rule. Oh, God, dude. I'd rather just do that one. Fuck it. They did that for Diablo. But I think with the result of having the plus and multiplicative signs and the in the skill tree is people didn't understand. People don't know what multiplicative and additive really mean. Like, the general populace of video gamers doesn't understand what those... Fuck, right onto that. Doesn't understand those terms. Because I remember doing a video on it, and people are like, oh my god, it makes so much more sense now. I'm like... I'm not the guy. I'm not that smart. Subject matter. I think I have a good brain about me that can understand abstract ideas and help piece them together for people. But I'm Actually, Matthew's two are my best subjects. You don't understand. You weren't there, Giant Sight, at that BlizzCon when he said, don't you guys have phones? And then everyone at the BlizzCon spent the rest of the BlizzCon getting drunk. It was really weird, man. I was there when the Westfold fell. I truly was there when Blizzard turned the corner. would apply it globally on a body armor only local stat. Rumor is if there's no local stat to apply, then it applies globally. Interesting. At least you didn't pay to go in person. But then again, I went the year prior to that, and it was the best convention I'd ever been to. It inspired me to make my YouTube channel and join the video game industry. So the 1 year prior was fucking amazing. And then I went to the last I've gone to the last BlizzCon, which was just last year. That was a sad tale, dude. Because that was so the very first BlizzCon I went to, they announced Alex Straza for Heroes of the Storm. They announced the female McCree for Overwatch. They announced a Hearthstone expansion. It was the dungeon delving one, which they kept saying in all their meetings. It was a love letter to the D&D of RPGs, the dungeon delving of yesteryear. They announced the Necromancer for D3. No, I think you just played the D3 Necromancer. That was it. It was just there. They announced a World of Warcraft expansion. It was Battle for Azeroth. They showed the trailer for Reinhardt, when Reinhardt like loses his mentor. And I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever been to. And then they had stations for all those games. You could play those games. We spent the entire weekend. The first day we went and played all the things that they announced. And then we just spent the entire weekend after that going back and forth between Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm. We went through one line, went to the other one, went from one line, went to the other one. Just went go like that, just a figure eight. And Rob and I left, and they also had Muse. Muse was the musical guest. Rob and I left, we were like, dude, that was so amazing. We left the night, like, most people like stay and party on that Sunday, which, I mean, that was like my first real big con, so I didn't really know that was a thing. We just left and drove home to go fucking play. We were like, let's just fucking go download all the games we were playing and go play them. Because some of them were live that day. Other ones were like, well, I want to keep playing Heroes of the Storm. I'm having so much fun with Heroes of the Storm. It was a beautiful experience. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Like, my character's just so strong I don't have to worry so much about it, and I'm like attacking enemies that I don't even need to deal with. I just run through this shit. I think I'm upset about this. Oh shit. Oh, chocolate tape. Unfortunately, I chose the thing that I can't see the path ahead of me, so I'm kind of flying blind here. Oh! Oh, okay. I'll be able to see these three once I land there. Who's excited for the... Okay, let's see. Oh, shit. Fortunately, I don't have movement. There it is. Oh, dumb. Why did I do that? escape trial is the best trial, man.
Impressive endurance.
So much different playing this than fucking my warrior.
A moment of respite.
Where's the shrine that? Water found, less max armor, you're cursed with people. Less water found, I'll take it. You know, I wonder if I get rid of Glacial Cascade and just use Wave of Frost. Oh! Sneaky fuck. Thoughts, opinions? It has a better stun, it has a better build up, and that's why I wonder. That in a bit.
I must maintain a fine
Challenge
balance.
overcome.
Oh, sweet goose. Yeah, that's a good point, Sedis. That's how I was like, oh, can I? That's what I was holding down to see if I could do it. I'm like, this can't really be. What's it called? Okay. So far, the hooded mask I like more. Better energy shield here. The crit hit chance I do like. The max mana I do like. The intelligence I like. But the defensive characters are the other one I like more. I kind of like the resistance more on here. It's got better max life. A little bit. It's got more max mana. I think this is a good upgrade. We'll do that. It's only 2 less. I mean, I lose some evasion rating, but what is my evasion anyway? 50? 43. Yeah, right? We can go with that cultist crown? Yeah, think so? Yeah, maybe so. Stacking energy shield plus evasion is worth right now. So what do you recommend then, Brap? Do you like? What was this? I'm just not gonna respond. Damage. Although they're as good as what I got. Mind over matter? What's that? Is mind over matter a part of Invoker? I hate... They need to make this more obvious if you type in something. I'll look at it. Oh. A bronze cache, you say? I know they're just kind of, I mean, they're both escape trials, so. I only have one key anyway, so. Eh. What? 19, let me take 19 damage for it. I know I probably should not have done that. Areas have the same layout for all players. Oh my god, it's Eddie. Eddie, remember when you said you wanted to go to the gym again and you never ever did it ever again? And you keep me waiting all the time. I just sit there in the gym on that red bench outside waiting for my friend Eddie to come to the gym, but he never fucking does. I have to just sit there waiting impatiently for you. How dare you, bro? How you come to my stream? Fuck you. You're not gonna see me today. You can lie to me all you want. It's not day off, baby. I'll be there. I'm doing legs today.
Stand tall.
Oh, steel relic. Oh, look at that. All right, let's see how this goes.
The foe ahead is formidable. Steel yourself.
I thought she said the forehead, not the foe ahead.
Just another horror I must destroy.
Beware of the birth.
Oh.
Beware of the birth. Beware of what falls.
Oh God.
Beware of what falls.
Strength triumph once
So
again.
stupid. So stupid.
I knew it would succeed.
There's no room for that.
So much easier. So much easier, dude. A lot of people have their game crash around here.
Rest a while. I shall aid you. I'll search for more. Use that well.
I must maintain a fine balance. My path.
Here we go, baby. Hitting that invoker. Jones, we're doing great, man.
The student becomes the master.
It is done. You are no longer a Jingak.
What'd you call me?
You now carry with you the spirit of a Maraketh Dekara.
What'd you call me again?
I am finally free, but I find I do not wish to rest just yet.
Beef and noodles? What are you making?
Should you need, use that well.
Let's go to the caravan to look at stuff. So, for our first 2 points, what were you saying here? Increase evasion, lead me through grace, gain 1 spirit for every 6. That turns on more heralds, which is really cool. Or others, or it turns on too, like combat frenzy, which I can't use yet, to level 26 ability. So we can wait on that. I'm gonna like 4 faceted best. Yeah, dude, 100%. So cool. This only ends, channeling ends when you take damage, or when you're still. I can press it and keep running. That's kind of cool. We will go towards this. Oh, it does, cities? Okay, that's good to know. But I think, though, the first thing we do is go here. Critical hits ignore non-negative enemy. So, or we go up here and get spirit. What do you guys think? So to get, I guess, to get us an example, 1 spirit for every 6 and 1 spirit for every 15. 300. That's 15. That's 20 spirit. And every 6. That's 18. Well, what I would do is, because I think my mentality would be, go here, get that damage. On the next one, which is really just an Act 3, right? The Trial of Chaos, get this one. Wax Sundew says Spirit. When I switched to the Spirit defensive nodes, it was game changing. Maybe we go this. We don't go this now because my crit hits aren't necessarily through the roof, and we're not like dealing with tons of resistance. And I could say I could use more. Physical damage reduction from armor is based on your combined armor and evasion rating. Look past the spirit. What am I looking at here? Like, I understand what this means, but this implies I'm stacking evasion and energy shield. This now wants me to stack. Oh, so it's saying armor and evasion. So it means your evasion rating gets added now to your armor, but you get 40% less evasion rating. Is it really worth it though? It's only 100% lightning penetration on crits. How high is your crit rate? My crit rate's not high right now. But it'll get higher. But War Eagle, the point is, I don't need to worry about penetration nodes. I just use this. That's 6 eddies. Okay. I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and go Unbound Avatar. Gain 10% of damage as extra cold damage. Unfreezing enemies create chilled ground. That's cool. Meta skills. What is a meta skill again? I don't think I've unlocked any. Trigger. Okay, I've not used a meta skill yet. I think the spirit might be the best way to go right now. Just turn on another spirit stuff or add more to my spirit stuff. What do you guys think? Yeah, I haven't used any of those meta skills yet, Tarek. I'd go for damage now. Well, this isn't that substantial. This is magnitude of your chill inflict, and this is 10% damage as extra cold. Right now, this would give me 35 more spirit, I think it was. So, 1 spirit for every 15 evasion. I've got 300 evasion. That's 20. Nope, that's not the right button. 300 divided by 15 is 20. Plus 108 divided by 6. So 8. So it's 38. That's enough to get me another... yeah, I guess that's the point, right? Like, my crit chance, though... Is that on skill specific for crit chance? Oh, from my chest armor? Oh, on equipped body armor. Oh, War Eagle, good call. I thought this was on as a whole. I was like, dude, that's fucking sick. That's so much spirit. Yeah, in that case, then it's only 4 plus maybe 4 more. Or 3 more. 45. Yeah, not a lot. So yeah, good call, my dude. I could also, though, like, let's take a look. The book, Reading Rainbow. So in that case, I think we... So is critical strike only measured on the per skill basis? So I have a 10% crit hit chance right now. No, I'm not necessarily. So let's then, I think, I don't even know, man. Maybe we do go with I Am the Blizzard. Because I only have a 10% chance to crit. Well, 22% chance to crit now. That means that pretty much a quarter of my hits will crit. And we are going to start building towards more crit stuff. I could actually do that right now. Go here for that. Yeah, let's just do. I'll do that. I want to see how it plays. Well, I don't think I'm not gonna deal with tons of shit that's gonna have fucking. I might have analysis paralysis over this. There's not a ton of like frost resistant stuff coming up. The frost stuff is all in Act 1. A wave. Okay, so that's a wave. This actually could be really fun though too, rather than Unbound Avatar. Okay. So you're saying, War Eagle, this crit hit chance
Another loyal
is
devotee.
attacks usually use your weapon's base critical hit chance. So, like you said, if my is 10, this sets it to 12. Man, see that kind of like that little sentence right there. I wish that was in bold. That in bold. Boom. That's the most important thing of this whole entire fucking thing. Yeah, okay, that's huge. That is so huge. I didn't know that. I can't decide at all what to do. Weird spells, that's not me. Energy shield, treasure rate, meditate. What say you, bros? Do we go spirit? Do we do cold damage, or do we do crit chance? You tell me, and I will do that. One of these jewels should come active. No good ring. So 1 vote for spirit, 1 vote for ice damage. Sorry, bud. Oh, geez, again, buddy. Let's bring this back up then. Chest. So I need body armor. And I want it to have 0 armor. Or 0 max. We want it to have at least 1 energy shield and at least 1 evasion. And let's go with a max level here of, what level are we? 22, almost 23, so let's just type in 23. We'll nix that. And we'll search. This is a pretty good start. So fucked up allergy-wise. Good call. Sorry, guys.
Oh, great. Having allergies.
My allergies, though, have not been as bad ever since I started taking Flonase and Zyrtec. This might be it. This might be the way to go. I have a wax jacket on. 51 and 28, 63 and 30. Yeah, this is it for now, I think. Yeah, it's got fire resistance at least. I mean, I'm not gonna jump into an exalted orb for this. I don't have any on mine right now. Oh, 2 days ago, this guy's not fucking alive anymore. Hey, he's alive. What did you drop into guild stash? Oh. Five things. Oh, you didn't do that, man. You can hold on to those, dude. That's like prime currency right now for trading bullshit. 5 orbs of augmentation. Use it, make content. All right,
There's a chill in the air.
Okay, so we need to fix around. We need more dexterity. How much more dexterity? We need 37. We are 1 dex away. Easy fix. Easy fix. In fact, I probably can do it with one of these things in here. Oof. Oh man. Yeah, that'll do. I think, Pig. 10 strength. We're gonna lose 11 health and shield, and 14. Well, no. Cast speed we don't need. Let's swap that out. We're good there. Let's take a look if there's anything good. I mean, we can get those gloves, but do we think those gloves are even worth it? No gloves. Liking this right away. Liking this right away. What is my resist like, though? Oof, lightning blow. Kind of liking this one, though. This does give us cold and lightning resist, though, at max mana and evasion. And this gives us cold damage, which I like, and attack speed, which I like. Yeah, I agree with you, Mini Jinzo. I agree with you there, dude. This is 44, that's 50. Cold resistance lightning. This is great, but I don't want to spend on. I just don't want to spend an exalted orb on that. I need boots too. My boots are kind of dated. Spell damage, chaos damage, max mana, increased good chance. I mean, I could probably sell that.
I will tell your tale.
Let's see if I can get greedy on it. It doesn't really have much. I mean, it's probably better than what I'm wearing. That one's better. Yeah. There we go. Thank you, man. That puts us pretty good resistance-wise, though. Fuck, dude, we're better than my fucking warrior, that's for sure. Get a new belt too. He fucking sold. Fuck that guy, man. He's over here making money. Search this again. How do you take that off the list? Maybe they already sold. It shouldn't be here anymore. Just a few seconds ago, taking it. Those are 5 light, those are 5 augmentation orbs. I mean, this is it, right? This is the fucking trading portion of the game. It's fun. I like this stuff. Like, I think a lot of people don't. But I think it's fun to kind of like, oh, let me just buy a bunch of gear, take a look at this thing. Let's look at a belt and boots, and we're good to go. I might have a good belt, though. I'll take a look. Oh, got him. Level 40. I'm gonna sneeze again. It's coming. I'm coming on it. Ugh. Oh, okay. Eh. A little cold resist on that, but I think overall that's a better gain. Should I be putting this on here for fucking armor and evasion? I kind of want to just use that on my fucking... Should I use this on my ranger? I would think that this is better for the ranger. But everyone seems to want that one. Probably because it has near max roll spirit on it and some fire resist. Belts, we're good. Let's just look at boots. And add a filter of movement speed. The only one we got access to. Five augmentation orbs too. Man, a lot of 5 augmentation orbs. Probably because the economy is just like putting things up through the roof now. And so now our character's going to be pretty robust. Spacer activities. I'm lying. I'm lying. It's like making me doubt if I want to get rid of it. So I'm like, nah, sorry. Go to the gate. We didn't get those boots. We didn't get a new belt either. What's the belt? I put a belt on, but it's kind of like meant for my other character. See if there's any good ones. No. Oops. Nope. Or you know what? I didn't think so. Did not think so. Well, I put instead. Intelligence. Whoa. Oh, Jesus. You lose 5% of energy shield per second. What's on here that? Put intelligence on. Skill.
And shatter they shall.
Okay, alright. So, let's go over real quick. Yeah, defrost Nexus and deep freeze, I think, for sure. Actually, this is here. That crits chill ground. Okay, let me do this. Able to hide out. Let me go pee real quick. We'll take a look at my skills and support.
A wise decision.
Game crash? Oh, game crashed. I was like, what the fuck? All right. Close all those tabs. Really, Turk? It's the second crash I've ever had. Fuck. This company wants to pay me $5,000 a month to put an intro into my videos and a link to their website to buy PoE2 currency and items. No. I shan't contribute to a system that I fucking hate. It's like the worst part about playing any RPG. You're just, or any MMO now, man. Bot accounts just swarm you immediately. Okay, so let's take a look at the skills we're using and supports and determine. I don't care. I'm gonna go to the key so that sets max life to 1. Fuck, Ost Bob, you're crazy, bro. So Falling Thunder, I have perpetual charge, so supported skills have a 35% chance to not remove my charge, but still count as consuming them. And then leverage, supported skills have 50% increased critical hit chance against immobilized enemies. So basically I use this whenever I've frozen things and try to crit slam fuck the shit out of them. Leverage doesn't need to be there. It's kind of just there right now. Frozen Locust. Sponsorship, use that video to make a video on how horrible RMT transact. I think they're saying to do it in all of my videos, Kirazan. Frozen Locust here, we know how this works, but I've got Glaciation, so supported skill causes 50% more freeze buildup. And then I've got Ice Bite, attacks gain 35% damages cold for 3 seconds on freezing an enemy with supported skills. So, anytime I freeze things with the Frozen Locust, which is quite often, right? Then I immediately get a 35% cold damage bonus. Glacial Cascade, we have Cold Infusion, so it just does 25% more. So when this says a supported attack gains 25% of damage as extra cold damage, and this says converts 60% of physical, that doesn't mean that it converts 85% of physical damage to cold damage, right? It's saying that it converts, at that point, 12, it would convert 15%. So it would convert instead 75% of physical damage to cold damage, right? Is that how I would read this specific node? Edge of my fucking chair like a weirdo. No. Okay, how would I read that then? Is it so supported attacks or skills that are directly use your equipped weapon? It's extra damage on top. So let's just say I do 100% or 100 cold damage, Brap. When I use this ability, I then do 60 cold damage and I do 40 physical. This is then saying I do 25% more of the 100 or the 25% more of the converted physical, or the 100 or 25% more of the converted, like, where's that extra cold damage coming in, I guess? The base damage attacks gain a critical hit chance over an attack. Attacks don't necessarily deal physical damage, they deal any damage type. Supported attacks, causing them to gain cold damage but deal less fire. All damage as extra cold. So if I do 100 damage, then regardless of what gets converted and okay. Okay, so I'm seeing here. So when I socket this in, it looks like it's a 25% increase on the cold damage that's coming from this. Extra cold damage. Not an additive 25%, a multiplicative 25%, meaning it does 75% damage. Or 75% conversion. Maybe I'm muddling that up too much in my brain. 55 increased cold. Your average is 211. Average damage per use. It applies after every other multiple. Okay, so it's at the very end. Wow. Because 120 to 175 is more than 25%. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna struggle through it more. Like, it'll click, I guess, in due time. But on that note, Glacial Cascade does 20. I've got Cold Infusion for Glacial Cascade. And supported skill deals 40% more area damage, but less area of effect. Then I've got the Killing Palm has Profusion, so supported skills have 50% chance to grant an additional charge. And then Life Drain, I put Life Drain on here just to give it some Life Drain. And if anyone wants to recommend any other support for Killing Palm, I'm open to it. Now that I'm in the level 2 support gems, there are support gems that key off of Culling Strike, so that could be fun. Tempest Bell has Magnified Effect, and then it has Overabundance, so we can keep chaining it together. Dang it. Vaulting Impact has Fist of War, and then I put Expanse to make it have more area of effect, increase with the area of effect from Ancestral Boosting. But since this has a 6-second cooldown on Ancestral Boosting, I was like, oh, well, I'll just lock it behind a 6-second cooldown. Have a look at your main hand damage. Where are we talking about, Brap? M16 Mojo, I'm level 23, 22. The main hand total damage. We're saying this number right here. I'll figure it out later. Ice Strike has got Martial Tempo, and it's got Rage. I put Rage on here because I thought it'd be kind of fun. But you're saying put Primal Armament? I can take a look at that. Wave of Frost, I just put Frost Nexus on here. Support skills create Chilled Ground for 4 seconds. Chilled Ground just helps out with some chill. Let's take a look at what you said, though. Primal Armament, you said. So what is weapon elemental damage? How's it any different than elemental damage? But yeah, for sure, this was really good. I'll just suck. Johnny's us. What the hell, man? I mean, do I want to really suck at those things? I guess, yeah, dealt with weapons specifically, maybe. Yeah. Like, are we saying that field right here? Or is it from skills? In fact, let's take a look. In a book, Reading Rainbow. I don't really know what my prime ability is though here. I'll use like one of these. I think my prime ability right now is probably Ice Strike. That's pretty juicy, right? I mean, I'm using these three a lot. Ice Strike, Glacial Focus, and Frozen Locust. Glacial Cascade and Frozen Locust. Juicy. What up? What up, TDVL? Bread. Con Effect? What's Con Effect? Concentrated Effect to increase the radius of it? That one? I have that on my Tempest Spell. I should actually increase my Tempest Spell because these are at 6, going to 7. Which is fine, but this thing is like the boss killer for me. Ice Strike and Tempest Flurry benefit from weapon stats, right? Even though you're not using your quarterstaff ability. Dude, it has so many layers. So many layers. Using quick succession, I mean, it converts damage. But yes, I do convert. They benefit from it.
Stormwave is a lightning area. When used on a shocked enemy, siphoning strike.
Do we get Freezing Mark? I think I've got a 6 I can put Freezing Mark on. I don't know. Better come on.
Mantra of Destruction must be charged up by hitting enemies with your staff. Once charged,
that's chaos damage. Charge staff, and a Shula. I mean, the next one I'll probably take is like Flicker Strike and or Shattering Palm.
Enemies near the target of Shattering Palm will be covered in chunks of ice. If an enemy takes enough damage or dies, the ice will explode.
I don't know how many people can play at once. I think it's 4? I think 4, Chris? Oh, 7 gems. 6. Damn, 6. That's shit. That's just fucking huge. Alright, so let's put on... I don't know what this takes the place of. I mean, really, maybe Faulting Impact. Yeah, let's take out Vaulting Impact for a little bit. Why magnified effect on it? Oh, yes, it makes sense. Because 1.8 meters, so it goes up. Make all screen boom. Yeah, I don't know if where I put this. I put it on Hell of Ice, so I don't have the spirit to do that. I think it sounds like I'm just going to be using Ice Strike the whole game. So I think putting it on Ice Strike is a good call, right? 80% of difficult damage to cold damage. I mean, I think that's going to be one of like our bread and butter. Freeze. I mean, full damage, right? On Marshall's skill gems? What do you mean? How is your stash 2 levels of tab? What do you mean? You mean this one right here? My oh, this? So I created a, this. I created a folder. So I've got all my tabs, then I click over to my folder. And it's got all my other tabs nested within it. So if I want to go to like gems, stuff like that, it's all right there. And then I press the auto navigation, so it just jumps to that. Oh yeah, baby, I'm teaching. See, even you, Mr. I got 5 million hours. See what I've done? See what I've done? I bridged the gap. I bridged the gap. Skeletal arsonist. Anything in here? You did. Okay, so Ice Strike. What's a good Ice Strike here? What is a good tier 2 gem? Find enemies. I mean, I could do the penetration resistance on Ice Strike. We put primal armaments on here. We have primal armament, and we have martial tempo. Close combat's a good one, but the problem with close combat aims within 1 meter, and this has a range though. Third strike will reach a little bit. Concentrated effect. I hear you on that, but I've got that on the bell. Angel, it's not been fun, but with the monk, it's way different. Oh, okay. That could be kind of fun. Oh, I have magnified effect. Whoopsies. Someone's got conk effect. There it is. Concentrated effect is on my, it's on Glacial Cascade. Only level... I can't do anything on Herald of Ice because I don't have the spirit to do it. Only level 22. gonna try that though. That kind of sounds fun. What also sounds cool too was doing this. I haven't tried putting rage on the bell. I had rage on my staff. This sounded kind of cool though. Freezing mark and put Exiles on this. Supported skills have 40% more chance to critically hit. So does this mean that I critical hit when this is marked? Herald of Ice just costs... Well, you want to know why you have that, Dronizos? You have this. 6%, 6%, 6% reduction of reservation of Herald skills. Rage gives you attack speed and attack damage. Where's hypothermia? Someone mentioned this too. Is that a support gem? Skill gem. Well, when I get level 31, that's definitely a possibility. I'm kind of running out of space though. So we're going to have to see. Falling Thunder might be something that I drop off the build. But what do I use charges for if I don't use Falling Thunder, is my point. What expends charges for quarterstaffs that is focused on ice? Charge staff is a lightning ability. Exactly. That's why I think a lot of this is going to change around. Yeah, I know Falling Thunder is that's my point. Like, there's no other spender for Monk that is ice related. Maybe we'll get it right here. Maybe it's just the way to go though, because then my staff does both lightning and ice, right? Yeah, and that's true, Dronizos. We were looking at Combat Frenzy and we've built into the build this. Combat Frenzy to build frenzy charges to turn those frenzy charges into power charges. So we work towards it. Or you use something like potential here and you turn something into, you turn a power, so this could be kind of cool. This could be cool.
Another loyal devotee.
Is there is additional chance additive or multiplicative? I'm so fucked up on that right now, man. But this could be cool to add power charges to an ability that does big damage. Maybe this doesn't do big damage as I look at it. Because this does 185%. Not unless you're playing a Gemling Legionnaire, which is a guy. A mercenary. More equals multiplicative bonus. Yeah, I can't wait for these. I'm hoping this one right here is another cold spell. They don't have two supports. What do you mean joins us? You know, I think I'll test it. Let me see. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. What we'll do is we'll test it. Like, I think it'd be kind of fun to create a... Like, use this. Creates power charges. Use this. Skill gains 25% increased critical chance each second up to 100%. This critical hit chance is lost whenever. So just base it's 25% plus the 30% of this, and using power charges on it. That could be kind of fun. Basically creating a power charge expenditure for ice damage. The problem is, if I compare Wave of Frost, it does 55% of, it does 82% attack damage, versus Falling Thunder, which does 185%. So it's like this already, without having to do anything, expends charges. I don't know, there's some tweaking. There's some tweaking I need to do. I gotta tweak it, buddy. Oh, I'm good, Cole. How you doing, man? I added socket on Ice Strike. Get that little face out of there. Aha! You sneeze or you bark in my mouth? Tell it. I can never tell it. Never kill him. Bye. We got our last stream. Oh, I forgot to put this on. Monk's been a lot of fun. I think I like my warrior the most though, because it's so difficult. Get these little kickers out. Get these little kickers. Look at these smooth little paws you got. Oh, we have sockets and skills. Oh, can that? Well, I think this is a good place for us to stop. I'll play around with some more stuff. I just got to play this character a little bit more and click into some things. Can you have to do this? No, you can't, unless you're playing Demolition. But if you guys are watching on YouTube, make the switch to Twitch. Let's do a raid here. Guys, we are so close to our goal, by the way. for the month. Really? We're at 291 out of 300. We're gonna do one more stream on Sunday. And fuck, when's our next stream after that? I'm coming back Thursday the 26th. We'll probably stream the 27th and the 29th after Sundays. So we'll see. Might have a similar monk build. Try seeking inspiration there, I suppose. Yeah, my problem though, Peyton, is I don't like to look at other people's builds, especially like Rax, man. Rax is fucking the master. Because then the inspiration just becomes their build. You know what I mean? Because Rax is so fine-tuned. He just has it down. I try not to do that, because then, like I said, it just becomes an adjacent build to it, where it's like, yeah, he did these things. Me, as someone who's not as knowledgeable, I did these things, and it's like, I'll go use Rax's build.
Devotee.
You know, if you can add spirit to items. I don't know if you can add spirit, but spirit, I mean, you can add it through crafting, but I don't know if there's a specific item that adds spirit. Let's do a raid here and close our stream out, because I gotta make some food. Who are we following? Who is doing what? Who is doing what? Mr. Llama's streaming. I don't know what he's playing right now. Yeah, Spirit is on it, but I don't know if there's an item that adds it to it. Let's give some love to the Lomster. He's the best. He's probably my favorite ARPG streamer, personally. But guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Thanks for having some fun with me. We went through a lot of stuff, built out this guy a little bit more. We'll be doing another stream on Sunday where we'll play this guy again. Might even throw a Space Marine stream in there somewhere, if not even a. Part of me was like, oh, maybe I'll try Helldivers again, but I don't really want to fucking play that goddamn game. Every time I'm like, oh, I want to try the new stuff. I'm like, I don't want to jump into the community that has pissed me off so much the last like year. That's my thoughts on that. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I don't know the next video I'm going to do. It's probably going to be a monk build video. I'll try to get this one out as I play more tonight and tomorrow. I should have a better sense of stuff I want to put into this. And I'll bounce the ideas off of Fervor Gaming too. But if you guys want to, you can also join the Discord. That's going to help you out in getting just all the information on when we're going live, stuff like that. But you can also kind of like, I like to content pull people, stuff like this. Is this gonna fucking do what I think? Yeah. What the fuck, man? I can't get a goddamn invite link to this fucking thing anymore. Yeah, it just says hidden. Use copy button. I pressed the copy button, bro. Nope, no, didn't copy. It's fucking broken. All right, this raid is going off in 5, 4. Thank you so much for watching here. Have a good one. Wash your hands, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you bros on Sunday. Raid going out.